Hello everyone. This is a no save no damage run of Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. PlayStation 1 played on DuckStation. Jill, Advanced, Best Ending, with a completion time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 2 seconds. Advanced mode is more commonly referred to as Arrange mode, as that's what it's called in the DualShock version of Director's Cut. And I'll go through all of that in detail after the opening cutscenes.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Run for that house!
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert!
A dining room.
Indeed. Once we have control, running down to the end of the dining room.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Through the door into the tea room, where we meet Taz, the famous turning around a zombie. Backing up, equipping the Beretta. Four shots to knock him down. Then examining Kenneth to get not one, but two handgun magazines. Or clips, as they are called in this. Didn't want to risk an ankle grab, so swiped with a knife. Then back to the dining room to see Barry.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
And back to the main hall we go.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
All we need to do is run under the stairs, get the camera angle change, and then run back.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time, I'll be there.
Advanced mode features several changes from the standard mode. Different default outfits for Jill, Chris, and Rebecca, different camera angles, item and enemy placement, and the Beretta 92FS Inox, which has a chance to score a critical hit. Best ending refers to saving both Barry and Chris. You have to make the correct choices to make sure Barry survives, and you have to get 3 MO discs to release Chris from the holding cell in the lab. Getting the best ending, or at least a good ending, as long as Barry makes it, means you'll have to fight the Tyrant at the Heliport. Through the art room, using the lockpick to go through the L passage, and then just running through, ignoring the dogs. And into the winding passage. Into the bathroom, grabbing a handgun magazine off the sink. Special cutscene. We're going to get grabbed. No, we are not. Running forward, spamming the confirm to pick up the magazine, and then out the door. Not really necessary, that's just something I like to do. Down the hall into the trap room. And into the living room, where we have 3 zombies. There's our first crit. Nice. Knocking down the second one, grabbing the shotgun off of the wall. Normally, I just run in, grab it, and run back out. But that third zombie decided he wanted to get in the way. And of course, he's directly in the way of the door. And I would rather just get the dodge than use the ammo up to knock him down. So, luring him away. And back into the trap room. Nothing we can do here. Just wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down.
Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Barry saved us. We have ourselves a shotgun. And into the back passage. 3 more zombies. Taking some arms off. Out of ammo. Gotta reload. Crit. Nice. Into the large gallery for our first puzzle. Ignoring the first portrait, I number them 1 through 6, and the order is 2, 4, 5, 3, 1, 6. Newborn, infant, lively boy, young man, tired middle-aged man, bold-looking old man, and the final portrait, the end of life. That gets us the Wind Crest, the first of 4 that we need to get out of the mansion. Unlocking the door and going into the east stairway. We have 2 zombies by the stairs. Was trying to lure both of them so I can get them both with a single shotgun, but that didn't work. Another arm off and another crit. into the storeroom. Our first item box. Don't need the knife. Don't need the first aid spray. Don't need the wind crest for now. We have 2 handgun magazines in the box. Very generous. And up the stairs we go. Once we're up the stairs, we have 2 more zombies to deal with. There's a 3rd one at the end of the hall, but not going to worry about him. And he'll despawn by the time we have to go over there anyway. Shotgun decap the first one. And handgun decap the second. Unlocking the door into the C passage, or C corridor. Shotgun decap. This Zed. Around the corner. Switching to the handgun. I'm ignoring that first one, as he is easy to dodge. These other 2 are directly in the way. And back into the main hall. Trying to enter the terrace. It's Forrest. And he is graciously donating his bazooka to us. Not sure why the team's marksman has a bazooka, but whatever. He also has the armor key, and when you try to take that, he actually gets up because he doesn't want you to have it. Crit. Now we have the armor key. And we're heading back to the main hall. Hey, it's Barry.
Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa, this hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
Barry gives us acid rounds, which are used in the bazooka that we just received. With the armor key in hand, going back into the C passage. First armor key door, into the pillar passage.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
So there's Richard, and we're actually not going to go get it for him. We're going to go and unlock the armor room, and we're going to push a couple statues instead. Covering up these two holes in the floor with the statues and pressing the big red button. That opens up this display case. And this is where the emblem is. And we're heading back to the east stairway. Next armor key door. Into the deer room. And into the study. Pushing the switch, which is a very strange way to drain the fish tank, but you can't argue with the results. Pushing that out of the way. Pushing the shelf out of the way. To reveal, well, half of a moon crest. The moon crest is divided into two in advanced mode. And now we're heading back to the winding passage area. But we're going to make an item box trip first. Don't need the moon crest or the acid rounds for now. Armor key to unlock the door, which leads to the outside boiler. We have 3 dogs. Only 2 of them that we have to deal with directly. Just using the handgun. Waiting for the dog to get up, and just stun locking it. Once we get this camera angle changed, the next dog will jump. Just hitting it to knock it back so I could grab the herbicide. And then run back to the door. Third one will jump in, but we're going to be through the door before it even hits the ground. Back into the L passage. Just running straight. Dodge the first dog. Turn. No particular line, just running towards the door. The dogs pathing are not the best, so they're somewhat easy to run around. but they can be a hassle to deal with if you're trying to fight them. And they just keep running in circles or getting hung up on something. Armor key into the dressing room. Three zombies. Got a crit. Nice. And he's down. Got a handgun magazine in front of the mirror. We got one more in the way. Just going to do the shotgun decap. Sometimes I'll just knock him down with the handgun, but I have plenty of extra shotgun shells. Heading up the stairs to go to the second floor dining room. There are 3 zombies in here as well. Using the bazooka to start clearing these out. Because I don't need the explosive rounds for anything, and I have to empty the bazooka before I can load it with acid rounds. So I am just using up the explosive rounds on common enemies. Pushing that statue off of the ledge. And going into the west stairway. One zombie by the door, one around the corner. There's a third one, but I'm just going to run by. Seems to be a recurring theme in a lot of rooms. There are 3 zombies. I only need to take out 2 that are in the way. Down the stairs. Backing up. Window breaks. Dog comes through. Resetting the room. Once we're back downstairs, the dog is next to the door. But the auto-aim in this game works kind of weird. Auto-aim doesn't work if you can't see the enemy on screen. I've had it happen to me several times where I know the enemy is there, but the auto-aim doesn't lock on until I actually see it. Rinsing, repeating, backing up as soon as the window breaks, running forward, resetting the room. And dog number 2 is by the pillar. Letting the dog come to me. And this time we're running through because we're going to reset the room from this door. And this time we're going into the central corridor, or the F-shaped corridor, using the last 2 explosive rounds on the 2 Zeds by the door. And there's dog number 3. Just being patient, taking a shot, waiting for it to get back up. You can see me routinely checking and repositioning my aim. And armor key door number 6. This goes into the vacant room. where we get shotgun shells from the desk that we open with the lockpick. And some handgun ammo on the shelf. And you may notice the Colt Python is right there. In advanced mode, you get the Colt Python as soon as you get the armor key. However, I do not get it as Jill. I don't get it at all in the original modes as either character, but in advanced, I don't get it as Jill. Switching to the shotgun, this time I will take out zombie number 3 because he is directly in the way of going to the greenhouse. This is where the chemical, or herbicide, comes into play. With the fountain plant out of the way. Grabbing the sun crest off of the plaque on the wall. Then heading to the tea room. Down the hall, using the lockpick to unlock the bar. This is where we are going to use the emblem. But first, we have to push this shelf out of the way. And grab the sheet music, or music notes, off of the shelf. And using those music notes that we just acquired on this piano, the secret room revealed, taking the gold emblem off of the statue, which promptly locks us in, and replacing it with the regular emblem, so we can take the gold emblem back to the dining room. Placing the gold emblem on the wall above the fireplace. That's going to shut off and move the grandfather clock and reveal the blue jewel. Then back to the F-shaped corridor, so we can put the blue jewel in the tiger statue. In this very small tiger statue room, placing the blue jewel in the tiger statue. And that reveals the shield key. I don't get the red jewel, but in advanced mode, the red jewel has magnum rounds behind it. Now we can head back to Richard. But before we leave the dining room, grabbing the star crest from the statue. Now, too much time has passed and we didn't get Richard the serum, so he is long gone. Into the attic entry. We have 2 zombies right by the door. Double decap with the shotgun. Up the stairs using the shield key to unlock the attic. This is the only door that the shield key opens. And once we're in the attic, running forward, and we have our first Yawn encounter. We're just gonna wait for a moment, wait for Yawn to start coming around. Gonna hiss. Running to the back. There's the other half of the moon crest. And just sitting tight. Just gonna wait for Yawn to start coming around that half wall there. Once Yawn's head passes that post, running and hugging the right. And we're free. Grabbing the shotgun shells off of the barrels. And that's it. Don't have to fight Yawn. Just have to run by. Richard does have handgun ammo, but I don't pick it up. Now we have everything that we need to be done with Mansion 1. Back in the east storeroom. Need to do some inventory management. Combining the 2 pieces of the moon crest. And grabbing the wind crest. Putting the bazooka away. And we're set. Handgun, handgun ammo, shotgun, shotgun ammo. 4 crests, and we're out of here. From the back passage, through this rusty door to the roofed passage, we have 2 dogs, or Cerberus, knocking them both down with the shotgun blast, then switching to the handgun. For some reason, missed a couple shots. I wasn't perfectly aligned. Didn't think I needed to be, but that's okay. We still got him. Placing the 4 crests on this panel. Does not matter which order. And that unlocks the storeroom, so we can get to the courtyard. Pushing these metal steps so we can access that shelf, which is unreasonably high up. And that gets us the square crank. Now we are in the courtyard proper. First area is the garden. We have 3 dogs. Technically only 2 that are in the way. The third one is further down. And has really bad pathing and tends to get stuck in there. So after the first 2 are taken out, resetting the room. We can see where the dog spawns in at. Now I could have ignored this one, because when I come back here, this room is going to reset, and there are going to be 2 new dogs. So these 3 will despawn, and 2 new ones will come in. I didn't think of that at the moment, and that's okay. There's really no point in time where I'm running low on ammo, so I wasn't worried about using the extra handgun rounds on it. At the water gate, using that square crank that we just acquired. Water is drained. We made a waterfall. And we have ourselves a path. A bridge. On the other side, small snakes called adders are going to start dropping down. There's no special line to take, just running. I can't remember the last time I got hit by any of those. Down the lift to the waterfall area. We have 3 dogs. Switching to the shotgun, because that one's getting close. I was trying to get it timed to where I would be able to hit all 3 with a single shotgun blast. But it worked out anyway. Through the gate to the path leading to the guardhouse. There are 3 dogs here as well. Or Cerberus, which is a funny word to me. But we don't have to fight these, we just have to walk by. These dogs will not aggro. If we don't run, we don't shoot, and we don't touch them. And now we are in the entry of the Guardhouse Residence. We have a statue to push, just like an original, but this time we have 3 holes to deal with instead of 1. I'm skipping the first hole, and going straight to hole number 2. Going into the save room, and then the rec room, and then pushing the statue to hole number 3. This is the path that lets me do everything I need to do without getting vined. Originally, what I've always done was pushing the statue over hole number 1, going in the save room, going into room 001, then pushing the statue over hole number 2, going in the rec room, grabbing the red book, coming back out, and then pushing the statue over hole number 3. But when I would do that, running this mode, I would sometimes get vined, and I could not figure out why. I came up with this, and it's been 100% consistent for me. In the save room, grenade rounds are on the shelf. All I need is the shotgun and the bazooka. Into the recreation room. We have the red book on the table, and there is an ink ribbon right next to it. So sometimes I would accidentally try to pick up the ink ribbon when I meant to get the red book. I don't know why. There was tons of room. The ink ribbon could have been anywhere else, but no, both items in the room were on the table. Now pushing the statue onto hole number 3. And into the central corridor. Into the beehive passage. Underneath the hive. Dormitory key, or room 002 key. Why they're using a triple-digit naming format when there's only single, maybe double-digit rooms in the house? Don't know. Into room 002. And into the bathroom. We have 2 zombies in the way. Using up those explosive rounds that we got. And grabbing the key to room 003. Before heading to room 003, using the lockpick to open up this small desk and getting some shotgun shells. And back to the beehive passage. And there is room 003 unlocked. I was pausing for a moment because there is a solitary Zed in here, but his position can be kind of awkward. And into the bathroom. 1 more in the way. And using up those last 2 so I can load the flame rounds. There are 2 more zombies in room 001, but I didn't go there. Normally I would, but kind of forgot about it in the moment, and that's okay. The only thing in there are shotgun shells. And we will get them, but obviously on our way out. Grabbing the V-Jolt report file so we can make room for that red book. And into the room to fight Plant 42. 3 flame rounds. Aim up, fire, that's it.
What the hell is this?
Barry!
Jill!
You saved me!
Yeah,
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
Now here's a fun tidbit that I discovered by accident. I was curious to see what would happen if I tried to leave before grabbing the key out of the fireplace. If it would give me some kind of prompt, and it did. If you try to leave before grabbing the key, it gives you a one-time camera angle, and you're frozen in position for a couple of seconds, so you can see the sparkle of the key. First time I discovered that was just a couple of months ago. I think I was playing as Chris. Now in Advanced, we fight Plant 42 before going down to the basement. So instead of the helmet key, we get the control room key from the fireplace. Now in the entry to the water tank or aqua ring, water park, whatever you want to call it, we have a very exciting game of push the boxes. Just pushing the boxes to make ourselves a bridge. Now with the bridge in place, time to get wet. Running to Jill's right. And we get a scene where we see Jill's legs, and it moves us in front of the door that we actually can't access. We need to go to the room on the left, which is unlocked with the control room key. And in the control room, this obnoxious red flashing light. Draining the water, and pushing the button to unlock the arms storage room next door. And in the arms storage room, There are 2 shotgun shell pickups, 2 handgun magazine pickups, and the helmet key. Now that Plant 42 is taken care of, and we have the helmet key, we can leave the Guardhouse Residence. We're done here. After I bully the shark for a little bit, I'm gonna push Neptune around. They can't hurt you, they can't do anything.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
Don't have to worry about vines coming out of any of the holes now. And we're taking a detour into room 001. This is an optional room. I did say we were done here. So I should have specified we're done with the required objectives in the Guardhouse Residence. Double decap, lockpick, unlock the desk, or shotgun shells. The 3 dogs that were in this room despawn. There's an optional cutscene if you have Richard's radio. On the way back, adders dropping down. But same as before, just running through, ignoring them. Now back in the courtyard garden. I was trying to wait and bait, but I think the dogs were more stuck than I was anticipating, so I was trying to bait them out. There's one, finally. using the handgun, hoping to see the other one so I can switch to the shotgun. And I did not trust where that second dog was at. I couldn't tell. Like I mentioned earlier, their pathing can be really bad. They can get hung up on stuff. They can go in circles. So I just reset the room. There he is. And it's back into the mansion for round 2. With the bazooka and flame rounds equipped, we have our first hunter. Flame round, switching to the shotgun. Shotgun knocks her down. Waiting for it to get back up. Charge us. Shotgun again. Into the east stairway. Using the last 2 flame rounds to get rid of the first hunter. Then to the shotgun for the second one. Knock down. Wait. First 3 hunters out of the way. Heading up the stairs. And using the handgun, as the hunters cannot navigate stairs. So we're using that to our advantage, using the handgun, taking her out, then back downstairs. Into the east storeroom for the item box. Grabbing the acid rounds and shotgun shells that Barry so generously left for us. We are completely done with the handgun, the Beretta, so that can go in the item box for good. We have the shotgun shells, the bazooka with 6 acid rounds, and the helmet key. And heading up the stairs. Using the helmet key to gain access to the lesson room, to this piano. And it's a rematch with Yawn. All we have to do is hold aim, fire 4 acid rounds, readjust the aim, fire 1 more. Done. and taking a moment to appreciate Yawn's shaking with excitement.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait. Yeah, Richard gave this to me. The radio is a keepsake from him.
Richard?
This is more useful to you than me. Ready to go?
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry?
When Barry's gone, all we have to do is just sit here and wait. Going forward without waiting for Barry will result in Barry dying in the labs.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope! I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
Barry gives us a passcode that is used to unlock a door that I don't actually use. Back down into the hole. Moving the gravestone out of the way, and down the ladder to the mansion's basement. The underground passage 1. We have a hunter just running forward and hugging the wall to Jill's left. In the second underground passage, have 2 zombies munching away, just running by. In the kitchen, we have a landmine. It is possible to maneuver around him, but I find it safer, easier, faster. Take him out with a shotgun. Then up the elevator. And we will have 2 hunters to deal with. The strategy that I came up with this, with the acid round we have left, shooting that, pause canceling, switching to the shotgun, 1 or 2 shotgun shells, then running to the closet. I really could just dodge and just run straight for the library, because I don't really need these explosive rounds in the first place. But it's 1 acid round and 1 or 2 shotgun shells. Then it gets me 12 explosive rounds. I'll use them. Maybe. Better to have and not need than need and not have. Now for the second hunter, if we aim, she'll jump. And that can be a hassle to deal with. So what I came up with, positioning Jill so she's facing the elevator button, and as soon as the hunter comes into view, then just running. Run at a slight angle towards that button, and then running to the door. There's that auto aim not working. There we go. There's a third zombie behind these other shelves. I don't deal with him. He's kind of stuck in there anyway. He will get out eventually if you take long enough, but... Also, that locked drawer has magnum ammo in it. In the private library, pushing the statue by sheer will, apparently, because we're not actually in contact with it, into this corner to slide this bookshelf out of the way. And this gets us Doom Book number 1, which has the Eagle medal in it. Running around the outside, pushing the shelf out of the way. You can see his shadow in his feet. From what I've seen, he tends to just be stuck there. In the heliport lookout, we have the battery for the lift in the courtyard area. And I'm walking because I couldn't remember if running triggered crows breaking through the window. From my understanding, it is only if you get too close to the window will the crows burst through. On our way out, just running straight for the elevator. Hunter will get 1 or 2 steps in, but we'll be long gone before it tries to do anything. Now at this point, we should be done with Mansion 2, but I have not realized at this point that I did not go into the courtyard study with the helmet key, and we'll need to go there before we leave. Oh, they didn't even get a munch in that time. Just ran right by him. For the hunter dodge on the way back, hugging the wall to Jill's right. When the hunter starts turning, running around the hunter on Jill's left. Item box. Thinking I was done with the helmet key. Putting that back in. Grabbing the crank. And the acid rounds. And I just start running along. And it was right here that I realized, wait, I didn't go in here. Back to the item box, grab the helmet key, unlock it, get the ammo disc, and then we will be done. Prematurely hitting the confirm button. Obviously do not need the first aid spray. And I need acid rounds next, getting rid of these explosive rounds. There it is. Almost ran by it again, using the helmet key to unlock the Courtyard study. Pushing the switch, turning the lamp on, so we can see the MO disc on the shelf. Grabbing that. Then heading to the Courtyard. In the roofed passage, another hunter dodge, just running and hugging the wall to Jill's left. Now that we are back in the Courtyard, we need to run around, down the lift, place the battery in to power the other lift, use the crank to fill the pool, and then go back down lift number 2 so we can enter the caves. Now that the pool is filled, the waterfall is stopped, and we can enter the caves. Down the ladder to the underground entry, then through the door to the branched passage.
Oh, Jill, what good timing. A moment ago I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
We're going to answer yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry! Hey, are you all right? I can go first if you want me to.
And we're going to answer no.
Okay, let's go, Barry. I'm depending on you.
Answering yes and then no is the safest option, as Barry will follow you. If you answer yes, yes, or no, no, Barry will walk away and you will hear a gunshot. If you follow the gunshot, Barry will live. If you go to another room first, Barry will die in the caves. If you answer no, yes, Barry will die in the labs. Barry gets that hunter for us. Thanks, Barry. That automatically puts us in the Enrico room. Why is it called that? We shall see.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Wait there! Are you with anybody, Jill?
What? Oh, yes!
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella. Ha!
Enrico!
He couldn't have moved. He was over-encumbered with this crank. Now we have the hex crank. And we're heading back to the underground entry. Running straight for the branched passage door. Then hugging the wall on Jill's left. And running straight for the door. I try to avoid fighting hunters whenever possible, if they are jumpers. And for the most part, I find them easier to dodge than fight. Using the hex crank to move this section of the passage around, literally rotating it so we can walk across. And into the boulder passage, the first one. Running up to the boulder, turning around, running away, back to the door. Now through the hole, hugging the wall on Jill's left. Hunter swipes, misses, gets 2 acid rounds. Another hunter comes around the corner. Sometimes takes 1. This time took 2 acid rounds. Emptying the last 2 acid rounds, so I can load these flame rounds, which I will use in the next room. Through the door, into the underground warehouse, we have Black Tiger. Fire, fire, that's it. Using 2 more flame rounds to clear the webbing off the door. And that is it for the Black Tiger room. I find that strategy easier than trying to do the acid dodge. Now we're done with the helmet key. Done with the square crank. Don't need the ammo disc for right now. We do need the first Doom book and the hex crank. Into the second boulder passage. We have to crank this section 3 times for some reason. There's no hidden compartment on the right side. Nothing special, nothing hidden, nothing. It would have made sense if we just cranked it once and it rotated counterclockwise. But it is what it is. Baiting the second boulder out. This one we barely have to move to dodge. And into the item chamber. We have another gargoyle statue. Pushing the statue, using the crank for a section of the wall that juts out. And we are done cranking it for the game. Pushing the statue on this pressure plate. And that reveals a lab key, which is the power room key. Behind where the statue was is Doom Book number 2. We're done in the caves. Up the lift to the Courtyard fountain. I knew you couldn't open the door. I was just curious to what it said. It's been a while since I checked it. Checking and opening Doom Book number 2 for the wolf medal. And on the other side, checking Doom Book number 1 to get the eagle medal. Fountain is drained. Down the stairs. And down the elevator to the labs. The last section of the game. From the laboratory entry, down the ladder, into an item box room. Don't need the hex crank anymore. Just need the ammo disc. And bring in the explosive rounds with. Not needed, but they're nice to use. Now, I did not realize that sometimes a zombie can survive a flame round. And I almost ran right into it because I was so certain that it was down. It was not. But reflexes kicked in, dodged, took him out with the shotgun. Down the stairs to the O room. We have some test subjects wandering around. And they do respawn. Not every time we reset the room. In the small lab, gonna do some typing exercises. Login, John. Password, ADA. Ada. Trying to unlock the B2. Need to enter a password. And that is MOLE. M-O-L-E. The visual data room on floor B2 and the researcher's private room on B3 have both been unlocked. Before we leave, grabbing the second MO disc, and back into the O room. Back upstairs to go to the visual data room that we just unlocked. Opening the panel, pushing the switch. Moves a pillar out of the way, revealing a secret compartment for MO disc number 3. I have plenty of shotgun ammo to spare, so I'm just taking body shots. Safer than trying to deal with some of these awkward angles. Using the lab key to unlock the door to the elevator entryway. Got one Zetter on the corner. Okay, he's down. One at the back, but we're ignoring him. He'll despawn when we need to go to the elevator. Into the first power maze, we have 3 chimeras. Chimera, baiting, backing up, dodge. A power panel. Activating the blacked out areas. We can see the shadow on the floor. Just running around, resetting the room. Running, hugging the wall to Jill's left, and then cutting to the left to head to the door. In the second power maze, using an MO disc to get one of 3 passcodes that we need to unlock the cell to free Chris. No chimeras in here. Heading to the elevator power room. Rotating to the left, hugging the wall, dodge the first. Connecting the power switch for the elevator. And then continuing to run clockwise around the room because we need the battery back here. Running to the outside and beating the chimera to the door. I was uncertain of which path I was going to take. What I was supposed to do was just run straight and then hug the corner to Jill's left. But I hesitated slightly, still managed to get the dodge. Into the operating room. Shotgun shells on the table. Don't need those. What we need is to play another exciting game of Push the Boxes. Except this time it also features metal steps. It's basically a combination of the armor room puzzle, pushing the statues over the vents to prevent the gas from coming in the room, pushing the metal steps to get the crank, and pushing the boxes to form the bridge and the water tank entry. Being careful to push the boxes into position without accidentally stepping on the switch. Unlike the switch in the armor room, this one activates automatically as soon as something steps over it. Boxes are in place. And finally pushing the metal steps over the button, which will activate the gas. So we need to make sure those holes are covered. Through the shaft, into the morgue. Using another MO disc. On the terminal to get the next passcode. Magnum ammo on that shelf. Obviously, we don't have the Magnum. We don't need the Magnum ammo. Into the lab save room here, we have some flame rounds on the shelf. And we are ready for the next boss fight. Elevator, pushing the switch, and cutscene.
Jill! Jill, you're here too.
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going.
Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the Tyrant. Oh!
Barry!
Sorry, Jill.
How is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill!
Yes, what?
Do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then. Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature.
Damn you!
It can't control what it does.
But we can. Rotating to the left. Running forward. Tyrant's gonna get hung up a little bit. Getting some rounds on him. I aimed up because I thought he was further back, and that one went actually over his head. Out of explosive rounds. Switching to flame rounds. He was obstructing the view, and I didn't realize I was running directly into a wall. And he's down.
Barry? Barry! You're alive!
I'm really embarrassed. I was clumsy.
Let's get going.
What happened to Wesker?
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers
Wesker must have set it off.
take cover in
There's not much time left for us.
unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers
Now it's time to go save Chris.
take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
We have to get to that private researcher's room that we unlocked. In the O room, there are now chimeras. Just running through, hugging the corner on Jill's left, and then running straight for the double doors. In the private researcher's room, we have 5 zombies, 5 test subjects, just taking body shots. Plenty of ammo left. Ammo disc number 3 gets us passcode 01. Again, using double-digit naming convention for something that has a single digit. Doesn't matter which order we do them in. We have all 3 codes. And now the doors to the cell entry and the cell itself are unlocked.
Oh, Jill!
Oh, Chris! So you're okay?
Yeah, you too! What happened to Wesker?
Let's talk about it later. Let's get out of here.
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Let's go!
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards
And we're heading back upstairs to the laboratory entry.
unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover.
In the stairway here, 3 zombies block our path. I was hesitating slightly because of the one earlier that tanked a flame round. These ones did not.
The triggering system
The first two are definitely more so in the way. Third one can be ran around, but just taking them out, I'm at the end of the run, playing it safe. I'm a safety first kind of guy.
Let's go!
Don't need anything from the item box. Don't actually need any weapons at all.
Hurry!
This is Brad. We're running out of fuel. If there is anyone alive, contact me now, okay? This is your last.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
Oh no! You must be kidding! After we've come all the way here!
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Chris!
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Okay, I leave it up to you. See you again at the heliport.
Once we have control, grabbing the flare. And you can launch the flare from anywhere. I like to be in the middle. And from the time that we place the flare to the time we regain control, it's about a 40-second cutscene. So the countdown starts with 3 minutes. And the amount of time that we actually have to control for the final fight is about half that. There we go, 1 minute, 40 seconds. For the final Tyrant here, I am just kiting him around. After he takes 9 steps, he will charge up for an attack. When he does the motion, indicating he's charging up by raising and then lowering his claw, I run to his right shoulder. And if I have the position correct, he will run circles around Jill, wasting some time, and then just repeating the process. And I'm basically just tapping the run button, so I'm not walking, I'm not running, I'm kind of halfway in between. If you're too close to Tyrant, he will swipe. If you're too far away, he'll charge. We want to keep him doing this particular attack. And I'm being mindful of my position because I don't want him to be crowding the rocket launcher.
It's coming! Jill! Kill that monster! You're our Amazon, Jill!
Because Brad will always drop the rocket launcher inside of that circle with the H in it. Perfect position. Tyrant's out of the way. Grabbing the rocket launcher. We will have a flashing screen for a few seconds after the rocket launcher fires. And we got him. We're out of here. Roll credits. That concludes this no save, no damage run of Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. PlayStation 1 played on DuckStation. Jill, Advanced, Best Ending, with a completion time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 2 seconds. Thanks for watching.